Alrighty guys, I got you zoomed in. I'm working on my buddy Grant's 500i cut in the chamber using Dino Joe's portable chamber cutter. When you guys, what I like to do when I set these up, I don't know what I did with it, but I set it down somewhere and lost it. But anyway, when you're setting these up, you put your rings on. Then I like to put a piece of tape on this one. This bottom one can sit all the way down. But you want to take a flat edge, not a file or whatever. I don't know what I did with my straight edge, but you set a straight edge on there, and then you slide your tool out till it touches, and then tighten your Allen bolt down there, and then you set you set your depth when you set your cylinder on there, how much you want to cut out. But you can do it either way. I like the cutter facing me, just how I prefer it. I know other people have the cutter away, but however you do it, because these aren't an exact fit, you have to have a little bit of clearance. When you put this on, you got to be very, very careful and hold it to you. If you have it set up like the way I do, that way you're not dragging that tool down the cylinder wall. And then when you cut, you push inward. I like to stabilize it, and I hold it just like this, and I just push in on it. I'm not really pushing down. I'm just letting the tool do its thing while I gently spin it, and you don't get in a rush. See how that'll wobble on there? You just hold it nice and tight to the cylinder wall, and just keep on cutting so you get her all the way down. I'll do a few turns on here. Sometimes I'll do it just like this, never letting up on my pressure. And you don't have to go fast. This tool bites hard. You don't want to put your tool in a lathe and try it that way either. You're asking for bad things to happen by doing that. And then I'm pulling back on it, just going nice and gentle, so I don't drag that tool up there. I'll show you how it's looking so far. Well, you can see right where I stopped. I have this set to take out about 45 thousandths, and then I'm going to finish sand it to the 50 that I wanted out of it. So that's what we're going to do. Like I said, can't be in no rush when you do this. If you don't hold that tight up to where your tool is, you're going to end up shy cutting it, and then your piston's going to end up making contact on the material that you didn't take out that's closest to the wall. And I still tend to chamfer just the top of my piston a little bit when I use this tool. When I'm cutting them on the lathe, I don't, so I cut a little extra clearance with the lathe. But I don't have a square plate set up for the 500, so it's just easier to use Joe's tool for this one. I'm going to do a flat band build on it. So, I mean, just with what little moderate hand turning pressure that I'm doing is taking big chips out. So And like if there's plating on what you're doing and you're trying to get that out and you catch a bad spot, you can bring it back and just keep working that high spot. Like I said, hold it away from the cutter, down, push it through the cylinder wall. I can hear a hard spot in there. You get them sometimes, especially in used cylinders. Brand new ones ain't quite so bad. You just gotta be patient. As your band starts to get wider, it slows down on how hard of a bite that it's taken because it's increasing its surface area. I'm gonna pause you guys because I got a lot of twisting to do, and I'll bring you back. Alrighty guys, I got you over here. I got it rough cut in with Joe's, and then this is how I get the rest of it. I got sandpaper on the end of my tight fitting mandrel, and I just gently turn this and turn the tailstock to put more pressure on it to keep it nice and even. And you can feel it cutting. This one had a hard spot that the other cutter was struggling with a little bit. So I'm finishing the last 5 to 8 thousandths up with sandpaper. Got 80 grit on it right now, and then I'll probably smooth it off with 180 and call it good there. It's binding, so when you feel it bind, you stop so you can get the there's a couple hard spots in there actually. So I'm gonna pause you guys because it's a long process, and I'll bring you back. Alrighty guys, I think I'm on, just finished my final pass on here. So there's the chamber cut for my buddy Grant's 500. So I'm gonna call that a vid here because I gotta cut the base and get the new piston out and get all the numbers figured out. I'm gonna call and talk to him too and discuss the build behind the scenes, see which way he wants me to take it. But that's how I do these chamber cuts with Joe's chamber cutter. And then like I said, I leave about 4 or 5 thousandths where I can come in with my mandrel and lathe and just clean up the chatter out of it a little bit. But all in all, it's not a bad way of doing it. You guys take it easy and have a good one.